Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how to achieve this soft baby doll makeup look that's perfect for everyday and special occasions. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. So let's get started. Alright, so before makeup, start with a clean skin. I use this micellar water to clean my face and remove the dirt. And then after that, what I like to go in with is my hydrating toner. This is my face. I really like this stuff here, and then I will let that sit for like a minute. And then next, what I like to go in with is this moisturizer. If you have dry skin, use a cream moisturizer like this. You oily skin too, you can use this. And then if you don't have this, you can just use a gel moisturizer if you have oily skin. And this is summer where I live. We're in summer right now, so I like to go in with this sunscreen. Okay, so I'm just gonna you don't really need a lot, just a little bit. Just gonna apply that. And it's very important to use a moisturizer because it helps like refresh your skin, makes it plump, and also it helps like with creasing, especially this one. I've seen a lot of makeup artists use this moisturizer. That's why I got it for my makeup artist kit too. It's gonna do that. Now for primer, I'm gonna go in with this Glam primer. You can also use the e.l.f. primer, but honestly these two are the same. Like, it's just the price difference, and I would prefer this one because it has more in it and it's the same price as this. This is the small tube for the e.l.f. one. The big one is $24. This was $10, and these two are exactly the same thing, you guys. So just get this. There's more in it. Just gonna apply a little bit of that. This is what's gonna help makes your skin look smooth. And I like to apply it mostly here because that's where I have a lot of texture in my skin. So I like that area to look smooth. And also we apply a lot of powder underneath our eyes, so you want to make sure that there's enough primer there to, you know, make it smooth when you apply the product. Now you're gonna let that sit for some minutes, like just leave it for like 2 to 3 minutes, just to let the product sink into your skin. Now for brows, we're going for a very soft and natural brow, so I'm using this eyebrow pencil from Glam, and this is how it looks. And the other side has a spoolie. I'm gonna comb my brows out first. I don't really have a lot of brows, so it makes it very easy to like draw them on. I'm just gonna lightly, I'm gonna start by tracing out below my brows. Then I go halfway on the top, bring that down, right, and then I'm gonna fill in the front. That's how she looks. And then you want to start filling it in from the back and bring it to the front. I'm still stuck on the 2016 brows. I don't think I'm leaving it anytime soon, to be honest. So that's that. I just feel like they are so, like, you know, timeless. Then for the front, I'm just gonna create a fake hair strokes. And this pencil is so good at creating those strokes. Then what I like to do is I like to comb that out. Yep. Okay, so I've drew on the other side. My brows are not twins, they're not sisters, they're cousins, okay? They're related. This side of my brow always give me a hard time. Like, I can do this perfectly in under a minute or two, but this side, just combing that out. Now to clean out my brows, I'm gonna be using these two concealers. This is the Glam concealer, and this is the multitasker concealer. And do yourself a favor and get one of these. Like, I use this to mix in all my products, and also I use it for like clients. Like, I've got some product that I can't put a brush into, like for example my curve kiss. I can put brush into it directly, so I get one of these, scoop it up with like one of these spoolies, well, spoons, one of these, and then I just apply it on this, and then I use the brush to apply it on my client. This is so much better if you don't want to get your product dirty, anything like that. I'm gonna go in with the lighter concealer shade. And then the lighter one, I don't really add a lot of this. I like for my under eye concealer, when I'm cleaning it up, I like for it to be like very close to my skin tone. I don't really like that bright concealer to clean under the eyes. Okay, so I'm gonna see, this is like very close to my, let me just show you the mix. It's very close to my complexion, so I'm just going to clean underneath my brows. Remember that if you messed up drawing your eyebrows on, concealer is an eraser, okay? This cleaning process is an eraser. You can literally shape your brow how thin or thick you want with this. I really want to get into skinny brows. I feel like they'll be perfect for my face. And also I love that like 2000 brows that they be doing. I want to get into that. But this 2016 brow, I just can't leave it. And for this part, the top, I like to clean up the upper bit, like half of it, with this shade, and then I'll go in with like a darker shade, like this shade that I mixed, the darker one. That's what I'll use for the front because I want it to look natural. I'm using a different brush for the darker concealer because I don't want to mess up the first brush. Now I'm going with the darker shade, and I'm just going to use that to clean up the front of my eyebrows. And I'm doing the exact same thing for the other brow. I'm firstly gonna go in with the brighter concealer and conceal my under eye, and then conceal the other half with the brighter concealer, and then use the darker concealer for the front. Take your time while doing this and concentrate. You don't need to do it quickly. You're not in a rush. As you can see, I am very much concentrated on this. And I'm just checking to see if they're somewhat equal or look similar. Obviously, like I said, they're not twins, they're cousins. As long as they look like relative, that's all that matters. To blend out the concealer, I'm going in with this Real Technique dupe that I got from Shein. They have really good brushes over there, so if you need some, just hop there. And they have such good prices too. I'm gonna start from below, bring that into my eyelid. That's just gonna act as a primer for if I'm doing eyeshadow. I don't really think I'm doing that much of an eyeshadow today. Back to voiceover. Stop blending your concealer from below, and then when you guys stop making noise, do the lighter concealer at the top before you do the darker concealer at the front. Yeah, I'm so sorry for the extra noise in the background. You really can't record anything in this house with peace. Now it's time for foundation. I use two different foundation. If I want full coverage, I go in with this Glam foundation in the shade Nutmeg. And if I need just something like lightweight, I use the Fit Me. What is it? Yeah, this Fit Me foundation in the shade 340. Okay, so I'm just gonna put that on my little tray, and I'm very like generous with the amount because I want a very full coverage look. I use this brush to apply my foundation. Also, sorry for the noise, guys. I literally told everyone to stop making noise. They're not listening. And what time is it? It's 11:46 p.m. I need to record this video because I need it to be out like tomorrow. And for my brush, I'm gonna go in with this, also another dupe. I've actually got like the whole set of these brushes that I got from Shein for only $10. I'm just gonna start from here. I want to start from down and build your way up. And as you notice, when I'm applying my foundation, I don't like swipe with the brush. I'm tapping it in. If you swipe, your makeup is gonna like lift, okay? So don't swipe. Also, don't worry too much about getting foundation under your eye. You're gonna apply concealer, so try to like avoid that, because what happened is it's gonna like, if you apply your foundation and apply concealer, it's gonna be like too much product under your eyes because you're applying powders as well, so it will be too much and it will like start caking. So you don't have to worry too much about that. And this is how it's looking with my foundation. I really like this Glam foundation. The coverage is insane, and I definitely recommend it for beginners. If you don't have like too much of a budget for makeup, definitely get that. That's what I've been using for years before I even got like these new products that I have. Glam all day, every day. Next, instead of concealer, I'm gonna use bronzer first, and I'm using this made by Mitchell curve case, and this is the deep case. This is the shade I'm gonna go with. I want to mix it with this one, because this one, if you use this, it gives you like that warm look, and I don't really want my look to be too warm, to be honest. So I'm gonna mix these two, apply with that, and then I'm gonna put on my little tray and use my brush. So putting it on my tray, and then I'm gonna mix it on the tray. Now that's mixed, time to apply our bronzer. And what I do is, instead of applying it like underneath my cheekbone, I like to go directly on my cheekbone. I feel like that when you blend it out, it's gonna spread. Like when you blend it out, it will spread. So when you put it underneath your cheekbone, it's gonna like spread downward, and it's gonna drag your face down. But when you put it over your cheekbone, if it's spread, it's just gonna be like underneath there, so it's not gonna be further down and drag your face. So I'm going directly on my cheekbone, and then the other side. On my forehead. And then for my nose, I'm using this angled contour brush, and I'm just gonna apply a little bit, not too much, and I'm just going to apply it like right here. You guys see that? See, like, do you guys see the shadow here? Like these two shadow? Yeah, that's what you're trying to mimic down here. So I already have a natural shadow right there. I'm just going to apply my contour right there, and then on the other side. Okay. Like, do you see that? This way you'll be able to like bring it up and blend it in with your eyebrows, so it can give you like that structure. And then I'm gonna go like that on the other side. You don't really need too much if you don't want it to be like harsh, okay? And that's it. I'm just gonna blend that out, taking it inward, see? And I'm just gonna stop right there. Yeah, and then I'm gonna do underneath my nose. I don't really like to do this too much, because as you can see, I have a B button kind of circular nose like down here. I don't like to contour that bit, because I find it looks weird. Like, I've been contouring my nose to make it look skinny, but I'm not really liking that, because it be looking very harsh. So I'm just gonna do that, and then just bring this downward. So I just rather have it coming straight like this, and then when it reaches here, it just go down. I don't really want to do anything with the other bit. Now I'm going in with this contour brush. I'm just gonna, and also when you're blending your contour, blend upward, okay? Don't drag it down, up. It's gonna give you that lifted face. Like, do you guys see that? Then do the same to the other side. And then I'm gonna blend this so it can connect with this. So this here, I want it to connect with this. Same for the other side. So just tapping my brush like this. I'm not dragging it. Tap. Then you just do the other side. You guys see? When I started doing makeup, I used to like struggle with application for contour and blushes. That's why I'm going in so much detail for those out there that are in my shoe now, so it can be easier. I don't really like to apply contour to my jawline because I just don't like it. I've tried it before and just left this whole area looking another shade, so I don't like that. Prefer this. And then I'm going in back with this nose here, just because this is a fluffy brush. I wanted to get rid of some of that harsh line, so I'm just gonna blend that. That's what we want. Next, we're going in with blush, and I'm gonna go in with my Curve Kiss. This is the medium palette. This is the pink I'm using. We're going for a Babydoll pink look, so you want a very light pink. This is the shade I'm going in with. Again, I'm using this to scoop it up. See, my palette is like very clean, not messy, because I use this. I don't really like it when my makeup stuff look dirty, so I try my hardest. And then for applying the this brush, for applying my blush, this is the brush that I use. It's a fluffy nose contour brush, but I like to use it for my nose contour brush, but I like to use it for my blush. So I'm just gonna tap a little bit first, this much, and then this is where you're gonna apply your blush, right underneath your eye, going up. Like, see you can see like where my contour start right there. That's where we're gonna apply up, right? You can bring it down like right in the middle of your face, like right here. Don't worry if it's too harsh, the concealer is gonna like take away some of that. So just gonna apply that and bring that up. Can I see that? Because this is a Babydoll look, your under eyes are gonna be pink anyways, because that's the look we're going for today. See that? And then I'm gonna do the other side. And even if I'm not doing a Babydoll look, this is my normal contour and concealer placement for that lifted look. For those of you that are struggling with placement or you're not sure where it's supposed to go, because I was once like that. It was like where is my concealer supposed to go, where is my blush supposed to go, where am I supposed to put the contour, the bronzer. This is how you do it. And you can put like a little bit on your nose. Now to make sure that this gives a smooth transition, I'm gonna go in with this. This is my blush brush, but I use it too for like making sure that this is smooth. So just tap tap, and then you just do the other side. This is how she looks. I hope you guys can see clearly because I've got so many lights, but I don't know how to use my light that I brought. Like I've got the newer panel light. I don't know how to use it properly, like to get my videos to be crispy clear. Now it's time for concealer, and I'm using these two concealers. Forgot to mention, this concealer that I mixed earlier is the shade Hazelnut, and I'm going in with the shade Earth in this multitask concealer. I'm gonna use this one like for underneath here, and then I'm gonna use, well, it's going underneath my eyes, and I'm gonna use this for my highlighting concealer. I'm just gonna apply them onto my tray. I always apply my product to my tray before using them. I feel like it gives me a better control on how much product I'm using. And the two shades I'm using, they're just slightly different. Like it's just I wouldn't even say one shade different. It's like between one shade. This is the Glam one. And I'm just going to apply that right here. That's how I apply my concealer now. See? I don't really bring it all the way in because I'm gonna apply the brightening concealer. I don't want that area to be too packed with concealer. Just gonna bring that a little bit into that blush. And I'm using that darker shade for my nose as well. My forehead, underneath my chin. Now the shade that we use for underneath our eyebrow, to clean up underneath our eyebrow, remember I mixed those two? That's what I'm going to use for here. And I'm just going to go right underneath that, I guess, my cheekbone. And I'm just going to do a little scoop. I don't really like to use concealer here to do that because I find that it always leaves a white cast. So I'm just gonna do a little bit just to define that, you know. And now I'm gonna go in with the lighter shade, and I'm just gonna apply that right there. See, like you can't really tell that this is lighter than the other one because it's not much of a difference. Just very little. And this is my placement. Where's my okay. To blend out my concealer, I'm going in with this angled concealer brush, and I'm going to start from my chin and work my way up. And I'm just like tapping. I don't want this to move from where I placed it, so just tap in the same place, I guess. Don't move the brush around. Now I'm going to go on top of here. This is how you want it to look. And now just do this your forehead before you go in with your under eyes. Notice I didn't move the concealer anywhere else, just tap that one spot. At this point, there was so much noise going on in my house. I just decided to just do this bit without much talking. Slightly darker shade, so you want to blend that one out first. Comes to your under eye, you want to look up and then blend, okay? And this is how it looks. Do you see how like seamless that looks? It just like flow in with the blush and the bronzer. That's what you want to give that like flawless finish. I'm gonna do the other side now. And don't worry if like your bronzer or your nose contour, I guess, kind of end up like this. You're gonna apply powder bronzer anyway, so just blending that. Now also you like to use this when it comes to this bit to like kind of like give me that structure look. I like to go in with the tip, like this top bit, and just blend it in like this, like so you can get that lifted. And then you just want to keep blending the corners and the edges before you get to the actual brightening parts. And that's how she looks. Now to blend out this bit, I'm going back with that brush that I used for my eyebrows. I'm using this because it already have like that darker concealer that I use for my the front of my brows, and I really don't want this to be obvious. I don't want it obvious at all, so I'm just gonna blend that. That's good. The other side. And I'm just tapping this in. That's how she looks. I'm gonna go in to blend like my nose now. I'm using that same brush. I'm gonna bring this up a little bit. And that's it. Now to reinforce the nose, I'm just gonna go back in with the brush. There's only like the residue of what I used. Just going to one tap, bring that back. It don't really need to be obvious because it's gonna get covered up again when I'm using the powders. Now what I like to do is, before I move on to powders, kind of like to smooth out this under, and what I like to use is powder puff. Well, I like to use a damp powder puff. Setting spray, spray that. Another thing you can do is put it in water, squeeze it out, and then before you go in with powder, you want to always blend out your under eye to stop it from creasing. So just gonna use that. And that's how it should be. And now for powders, I'm using the Huda Beauty powder. This is the shade Pound Cake, and I'm gonna just use a little amount at first. I'm using a powder puff just to like set everything first before I bake. And what you want to do is to even it out, just go like that and just press. I just use a little amount because I just want to set my powders first. I mean my concealer before I do any baking. I'm gonna set the concealer on my eyelid for when I'm doing my brow. And now what I'm gonna do next is I'm going to use this. Oh, I forgot to mention, before you use powder, set your makeup with a setting spray, okay? Even though I've already used powder, I'm still gonna like set it because I forgot. Everything look flawless. That's what we want. Next I'm gonna go in with my bronzer. Actually no, I'll bake first. And to bake, don't be scared to use powder, guys. That's what make your makeup smooth. and I'm just gonna do that because I really don't want this to be obvious. Just a little tap there. And then to set my foundation and my bronzer, well, I'm gonna set my foundation first. I'm gonna use this contour palette, and I'm gonna use a shade that's close to my foundation shade. I'm going in with this contour brush, and I'm gonna go in with these two shades just to set my foundation. And that's all I'm gonna do. And then I'm gonna go in with my bronzer, powder bronzer. I'm using this Juvia's Place in the shade Deep Dark. Usually I would use I think it's the dark shade, but I don't really want my face to be too warm today. I'll usually use this. I don't want my face to be too warm today, so I'm gonna use this dark one. And I'm going in with the same tap in here, and then exactly where I place that bronzer, the cream bronzer. I like for my face to be like very bronzy because I love colors to be on my face. And once I'm done with that, I'm gonna go in with my blush. And for blush, I'm going in with a very light blush. I'm using the Juvia's Place Volume 4. I believe this is the lightest. Let me see. Yeah, this is 5. This is the lightest. And I'm gonna start off with the hot pink shade. I'm just gonna apply that to this side of my face, and then I'm gonna come in down like underneath my eye with the baby pink. That's what's gonna set this makeup, give that like flawless baby pink look. So right there. And these are very pigmented, by the way, so you don't really need a lot. Exactly the same place I placed that cream blush. You guys see that? And now for underneath my eye, I'm going in with the lightest shade, and I'm just gonna tap that in. I feel like this one also like highlight your under eye because it's very light. Just go over to soften that hot pink blush. One thing about me, I'm gonna use a pink blush. I love pink blushes. I know a lot of people think that it doesn't really suit darker skin, but I really like pink blush. Like, look like these. Oh, I'm getting teary. Okay. I'm gonna go back in with the hot pink just to, you know, so that I can have like that smooth transition, I guess. And that's it for blush for now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this my blush just to go over that, just to make sure everything is, you know, falling in place and blending in together. And then I'm gonna use my powder blush. Just gonna move these. I'm just gonna apply a little bit of powder on this sponge, and just go over this, just to give it like that smooth look. Like, I just want this baby pink to be very smooth. Now I'm just gonna go and blend it out. Now I'm going back in with this brush, and I'm gonna use my blush. I'm using my fluffy blush brush, and I'm just gonna go back in with the baby pink. Just and that's all you need to do. Like, now for my eyelid, I'm gonna go in with this little eyeshadow palette. This is from Revolution, Makeup Forever Ultimate Desire, and I'm just going to like bronze my eyelid. I'm using this Princess Rose brush from Glam, Shane, and I'm going in with this shade right here. I'm just gonna tap that in first. This is very pigmented, by the way. I'm mainly working that in my crease and slightly above my crease. And then I'm bringing it to the outer part of my eyes. Like, that's all you need. Okay, next we're gonna set everything with this setting spray. I forgot to mention, I'm pretty sure you already know this, Revolution. And now I'm just gonna do my eyeliner. I'm not doing lashes. Actually, no, I'm not doing lashes. It's too late to put lashes on. I actually did clusters lashes earlier, but I took them off. So I'm just gonna do my eyeliner and then mascara, because I have like 2 other videos that I need to film and it's almost 1 a.m. By the way, the lip liner eyeliner is from Essence. I'm just gonna do the other side. Okay, this is how my eyeliner look. I'm just gonna go in with my mascara. Also from Essence. Also, if you notice, I have glue on my eyelash because I did put clusters on today and took them off. So, but it's kind of making my eye pop a little bit. I don't know. It's giving like those anime lashes. Now for lip liner, let me fix this. I'm going in with the Rimmel London Lasting Finish Lip Liner in the shade Brownie Pie. The lipstick is from Maybelline in the shade 005. And I'm applying it with a brush because it gives a more cleaner finish. Apply evenly, and also for sanitary reasons, as I do use some of these products for my makeup for my clients basically. Next, to bring everything together, I'm going in with this Revolution setting spray first, and then after that I like to go in with my One Size Until Dawn setting spray. This just help like make your makeup last longer. I have used it before and it did help my makeup last for a longer time. So yeah, going in with the contour brush that I used earlier, I'm going to use a powder contour to contour my nose just to bring back that structure. Do this before you set your makeup with the powder because I forgot. And that's it for this Babydoll makeup look. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Bye.